and I want to thank all of you for joining us today and being a part of this special event. It was something that really caught my eye when I came to Council-Bluffs, thinking about education's everyone's business and having everyone in our community come together to celebrate and to think with us around what makes schools and school systems so special, and keeping that thought of putting students at the center of our work. Before I begin, I also want to acknowledge a few people. I would like to ask my board members that are here for the school board members, if you would please stand so that we can honor you this morning. I appreciate their work. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. Some days we have a little rain that we work through. So I appreciate all of the work and the time that you put in. We have a good school board, and that makes a tremendous difference when you are leading a district, that you have those that support the work and keep schools at the center. I also want to acknowledge and recognize my cabinet and administrators that are joining me today. If you'd please stand. I appreciate their leadership. Leadership matters. And we always say that. We have a phrase that Mr. Schultz likes to use all the time that says, when things are going well, it's leadership. When things are not going well, it's leadership. So we always try to lean on that first one. Things are going well, it's because of leadership. I also want to say welcome to Bridget, and really thankful to have her leading our school's foundation. I appreciated the last 6 years. I believe it was. I started with Barry, and then Mr. Christopher took over the head of our school's foundation. And Chris just did such a fantastic job, really being a part of our community. And it was a tremendous loss when we allowed him to move over on the 100 block. But we are thankful, and I know that now we have our next leader, and Miss Bridget Watson, and you are going to do some terrific things and taking our foundation to the next level. And I also know it's going to be a fun ride. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, today, Mr. Steve Gehring and I want to take a few minutes to think with you about reimagining our school experience. Over the past 6 years, you've learned and supported our Diploma Plus One pathways. Before Council-Bluffs schools provided opportunities for our students to graduate with an industry recognized, or what we refer to as a second piece of paper or a second credential, or a college degree. Most of our students were probably pretty happy to have the opportunity to take college courses while still in high school. But was that enough to challenge and provide our students with a connection to a real world experience? At that time, we believed our students were ready for more. So I asked the question, why would we make them wait? And our North Star was born. Last year, 83% of our graduates also earned an industry-recognized credential or a college degree. The picture you see on the slide represents 117 students who also graduated from Iowa Western Community College last May. This year, that number will increase to 132. But that 132 does not represent all of the seniors that will graduate with that second credential. This is a familiar slide most of you have seen. This is our infographic of our Diploma Plus One college and career opportunities. Our students now have over 29 different pathways to find their passion and earn that second industry recognized credential or a college degree at no cost to them or their families. Our students are experiencing some amazing opportunities and walking away with the reality that their dreams and passion can be achieved. The incredible partnerships we have with many of you allow our students to job shadow, have internships, and even be a part of your apprenticeship program. Our students are proving over and over again that they are ready to achieve more. But when I visit my new favorite place, the Early Learning Center, and spend time, yes, with those babies, and spend time with those little ones, I always wonder, what will the future look like for them? This year's kindergarten class will be the graduating class of 2036. Our youngest learners at the Early Learning Center will be the graduating class of 2040. What will the workforce look like in 15 to 20 years? What will the school system look like? I read this article by David Burrell. It caught my attention because he used an analogy of a conveyor belt and our current school system. The article talked about how the modern school systems are structured like a conveyor belt. Every kid progresses at the same speed, no matter how much they learn. The system believes that if you follow the conveyor belt, you'll be successful. High school leads into college, then a career, or graduate school. What most of you and I remember about our K-12 experience is very similar to what our sons and daughters experienced and is still somewhat the same today. A conveyor belt system. It's not so much that the current structure doesn't work, it's that it works. Students still graduate, and some of us believe that by going through the conventional school system, that there's an assurance that they will have a successful career someday. Up to this point, students who follow the protocol to a T, a high percentage end up in a career that will pay their bills and maybe even offer health care and a retirement plan. But what it doesn't say is that they may be miserable or indifferent. They may have talents to offer the world that go unrealized, excuse me, even to themselves. They got on a conveyor belt that delivered them to a particular strategically designed location, a high school diploma. In our district, once our students enter 9th grade, they're provided with opportunities to jump off the traditional conveyor belt. That has brought excitement to our school district and hope for our students. They are graduating with options and choices about their future they did not have before. Let me share with you a story about a young man named Max. Max will be graduating this year from Thomas Jefferson High School. What makes this story so special is that Max shared with me that when he entered 9th grade, he had no clue of what he would do after high school. Max, through our trade work program, found the passion to become a welder. He went through the Iowa Western Community College program, and by the end of first semester, he had achieved his welding certification. But what Max did not know was that another passion he had for sports would also provide him the opportunity to play football in college. At first, Max was not sure if he was right for college, but he knew he had job offers and a career opportunity ahead of him, where he would make a good salary. After much discussion with family, counselors at school, administrators, and even myself, Max chose to take the opportunity that was offered to him by William Penn University, and next year he'll become a college athlete. There was one thing Max said to me that I'll never forget. You know what, Dr. Murillo? I never thought I would have these opportunities when I graduated from high school. But if college does not work out for me, I'm not afraid. I have my welding certification. With that, I'll find a good job and I'll start my career. I have no doubt that students will continue to desire to have more opportunities, to find their passion, and experience different career choices like Max did. They are developing a mindset that they can and they will. They believe they can own their own businesses, build something new, and even change the world. They're developing what we once said wouldn't be possible until they got off the conveyor belt. They want opportunities before they graduate from high school or college. The short clip I'm going to play for you next was a commercial that aired during the Super Bowl. I'm not wearing red, but I would say Viva Las Vegas. Let's go Chiefs, right? Try not to think about the product, but focus on the mindset.
Watch me.
You might be wondering who this little Super Bowl champion is. Well, he's my grandson, and he's part of our future. He's like many other future students. He will desire an opportunity to learn differently in our school systems, to explore what excites them, and have the ability to learn outside the four walls of a classroom. The ever-evolving technology and AI will allow them to accelerate their learning faster than the traditional conveyor belt can move. How we prepare for the future is up to us. They will believe, and if we don't shift, they will say, watch me.